Yo, what's good? It's the boy Do Reviews, and in case you haven't seen the first two sagas of Dragon Ball, the original series, then heavy spoilers, you have been warned. On February the 5th, 2024, Crunchyroll announced that they were to release the Dragon Ball series in the UK, Ireland, and France. And I'm not gonna lie, I had a big smile on my face when they announced this because I had never watched this anime before and I always wanted to, but it was never on the streaming services that I wanted to watch them on. So to watch them on Crunchyroll, which is probably one of the better streaming services to watch anime in good quality, was a really nice surprise. And yeah, I planned to watch it, and unfortunately Akira Toriyama sadly passed away, and I saw a lot of people absolutely sending their best wishes to his friends and family, as well as celebrating the love and legacy that is Dragon Ball. Seeing how much passion people had for this series and this franchise on X and YouTube really made me want to watch the series even more. So with Crunchyroll releasing this legendary series on their site, I decided to go and watch the first two seasons, which are also known as the first two sagas of the original Dragon Ball series, the Emperor Pilaf Saga and the Tournament Saga. But what do I think of this very first saga? Well, let's talk about the good. I absolutely love how magical, youthful, and just absolutely a delight this saga was. It felt like I was watching Saturday morning cartoons again, but in the good way. And I feel like Goku, the main character, really emphasized that, and he made all the characters around him even more enjoyable to watch. I mean, watching Goku alone, I can tell how many anime characters to this day have been influenced by these characters. I see a little bit of Monkey D. Luffy, I see a bit of Naruto, I see a little bit of Meliodas, and a little bit of Gon, all inside of Goku. His youthful energy, his bright optimism, it just puts a huge smile on my face just watching this dude. But oh my gosh, when it was revealed that Goku had this great ape power, because throughout the entire series he has a tail, and you're like, okay, that's a bit odd. But when it's revealed that he can transform into this ape, it kinda surprised me a little bit. I wasn't expecting that. And my gosh, this dude is just a beast. He is a menace, and holy moly. There were some moments where he was just wreaking havoc towards the end of the saga that actually made me a little bit scared for the characters, particularly towards the end where he battles Master Roshi in the Tournament Saga. You can clearly see how many manga authors were inspired by this concept of the bright, optimistic, happy-go-lucky main character who has a dark, dynamic power inside of him. Naruto, Yuji, Meliodas. But as well as Goku, honestly, I actually really enjoyed a lot of the side characters as well. Yamcha and Oolong were also some other characters that I really liked, particularly Oolong. Oolong reminds me of Jacob Kowalski from the Fantastic Beasts series, where he just seems to be this ordinary dude who's just whisked away on this grand adventure and he's just along for the ride, and he has some of the most funny comedic moments. Okay, yes, maybe Oolong was quite questionable in the earlier episodes, but I grew to like this character. Yamcha is also a phenomenal side character as well. He's like the big brother, and when I first saw the opening theme song and you see him in the opening, I thought this character was Goku because he does resemble what Goku looks like in the future. I have seen some future stills of what Goku looks like, and he does look similar to him in the future, but it isn't him. I like how he starts off as a quote-unquote antagonist towards Goku in the earlier episodes, as he and Pura, the cat thing creature, are trying to capture some of the Dragon Balls and they have to try and follow Goku, but they eventually end up teaming up and he ends up becoming a really good friend to Goku and Bulma. And I may as well talk about the villain in this saga because this guy was a pretty good villain. He was a very Weasley-like character who reminded me of Spardan. I think that's his name from One Piece during the Water 7 saga. He's so Weasley and cowardly, yet he also says the most nastiest things and does pretty nasty stuff, like the way he treats some of his subordinates. Pretty scummy, but I do like the voice actor of him. He does a really good job at making you really dislike this character, and I like how such an evil-like villain is so short and just pudgy looking. But another thing with this arc, let's go back to when I talked about Goku's great ape transformation. It was one thing to see Goku transform into this terrifying monster, but when you realize that he is the same monster that crushed his grandpa, Gohan, when Goku was telling that story of his grandfather, oh my gosh, That was really unexpected and really dark for such a childlike series. I couldn't believe Goku did something like that. And the fact that he has no idea that he can transform into this terrifying monster is even more tragic. I mean, I do not want to see what's going to happen to this character when he finds out that he killed Gohan. It's gonna be pretty sad. Other positives to give this arc: for a 1980s anime, I really do like some of the designs and backgrounds. The fact that these were all traditionally drawn and painted on real paper and cells just made me appreciate this series even more. Yes, I will admit the animation isn't the best in every episode, but when it does shine, it really does shine. I also love the opening song and the closing songs. I love how energetic and hyperactive this song gets you going. I watched this in the Funimation dub, I think, on Crunchyroll. Looking on Wikipedia, there were multiple dubs for this, but I think the one I watched is the most recent and current dub. But so far, I liked all the voice actors and actresses. I will admit, let's talk about the mixed aspect of this arc. Sometimes the voice actor of Yamcha was a little bit too radio-like. I mean, I liked the voice actor, he did a good job for the most part, but sometimes it felt like, I've got a radio voice, I am talking like this. It was very loud sometimes, especially when he was talking about Master Roshi in the tournament arc. The way he talked did remind me of anime characters of this time period on Toonami and 4Kids and Jetix. I got used to it and I kind of liked it. Other mixed things about this arc was the fan service. Sometimes it was done in a comedic way, particularly with Master Roshi. I was just cackling at some of the scenes with him. The voice actor, him just getting all excited, was pretty funny to watch. The scenes of Goku having to touch the private parts of people to judge whether or not they are a man or a woman was a choice, but I kind of get it. Goku is a child who's isolated from humanity and he doesn't really understand other people and their boundaries, so seeing characters like Bulma just sort of straighten this boy up and to sort himself out was a good way for Goku to kind of understand what he should be doing and what he shouldn't be doing, but I don't think he really learns the lesson in the end. I hated the fact that Bulma gave Oolong that pill and he had to keep going to the bathroom every time she kept saying piggy. I know it's for the comedic moments, but man, I hated those moments because yeah, Oolong was a bit of a pig in the previous episodes, but damn son, I honestly felt bad for Oolong in those moments. Another thing that I didn't really like was the whole idea that Bulma wants a boyfriend and Yamcha wants a girlfriend and that's their only wishes. Yeah, I know they're teenagers, but man, maybe because I'm so used to modern day anime characters, movie characters who have really thought-provoking dreams and aspirations, like in My Hero Academia when Ochaku only wants to win the tournament so she can get enough money to support her parents. That was a really touching moment and goal in that series, but seeing Yamcha and Bulma want a boyfriend and a girlfriend seems somewhat shallow compared to those characters in modern day shonen anime. But honestly, it's such a nitpick that I can't really be mad about it. I mean, they are teenagers for crying out loud. But overall, this series was a fun watch. I wasn't expected to have a lot of fun watching this season. I think I'll give it an 8 out of 10 and I think I'll give it an A-. It was honestly a big surprise. I wasn't expecting to like it, but here we are. The next arc is the Tournament Saga. I'll do a separate review for that, but tell me in the comments down below, what did you guys think of this very first saga of Dragon Ball? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Like for more anime videos, but thank you for watching, and as always, a boy did a review signing out.